Once upon a time, the young Princess Lyra of the Kingdom of Frohagord learns from her mother that before she, Lyra, was born, there were 12 brothers. I have this motto, or mantra rather, as a composer, that I intend or I aim to entertain, to enrich and to disturb. The entertaining bit, of course, means that I aim never to bore my audience, and I am, as a composer, shamelessly audience-oriented. And by enriching, I mean that it's important to me that the audience feels that he or she is taking something back which makes life more worthwhile. And the disturbance bit, of course, entails that there must be a bit of a mystery. What I really want is to take the listener on an adventure. My family background is not musical at all. My father was a florist, and my mother came from an academic family, and of course one played the piano in that home. And my mother played the piano nicely, and of course I had to play the piano as well. I mean, not playing the piano was not done. So I started taking piano lessons at, like so many people, youngsters, at the age of 7. I wasn't particularly good at playing the piano. Sometimes I really hated it. It all came together when I was 14, 15 years old, when I started taking organ lessons, because I loved the organ. And I decided, more or less consciously, to become a musician. Very early on, the orchestra took over completely. I would actually read aloud the whole of the synopsis. It's what I call the opera in a nutshell. An evil spell is cast on the 12 brothers, who are transformed into 12 ravens. And Lyra is, of course, devastated. If she can keep 7 years of complete silence, the evil spell will be lifted and she will be reunited with her brothers. When I was at high school, I must have been 17, 18 years old, I sat on the front row at the concert hall listening to, for the first time in my life, Mahler's second, The Resurrection. And I was completely and utterly bowled over. There are no limits to how low I'll stoop to get what I want in music. An opera composer must be absolutely, totally unashamed in pursuing his or her goal to a degree which is almost embarrassing, because opera is about seduction and emotion. All the great opera composers, they knew exactly which buttons to push.
Det er også det der stemningsskift, der er svært at lave, ikke? Det kommer fra derinde i helvede og så ind i paradiset der, ikke?
I mean, think of Puccini, a shameless bastard. But it works every time, and if you're not too squeamish, you just love it. I do. And the first of the really great modern operas, that's of course Wojciech by Alban Berg. It's a modernist opera, but you cry buckets. So even a stern modernist such as Alban Berg was exactly as shameless as the other more romantically disposed composers. Speaking of audience, I am my own first audience. And if I am moved, then hopefully the audience is moved too. But the composer shouldn't be too moved himself. You have to keep a cool head. And guess what? The people of both kingdoms rejoice, and Lyra and Frederick are married, and they live happily forever after.
Is blooming red as blood.